but they're on their way down.
Okay,
soon.
that's fine. I can't see. I have surgery,
yeah.
so I just like to raise
So
my
here.
flowers and my husband
Would you like to sit?
Sure. My
Sure, I'll
husband
help
is
you.
just getting an umbrella.
Careful, please.
Thank you. That's fine. I'm not totally blind, but
No, but here, have a seat here.
Thank you.
I'm just going to put these up here by their headstone now.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Those are beautiful.
Thank you.
ebbs and flows of angel hair, and ice cream castles in the air, and feather canyons everywhere. Looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and they snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's cloud illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds. At all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way that you feel as every fairy tale comes through. I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show, and you leave 'em laughing when you go. And if you can, don't let me know. Don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions that I recall. I really don't know love. Really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds. I've looked at life that way. Oh, but now, old friends, they're acting strange, and they shake their heads and they tell me that I've changed. Well, something's lost, but something's gained in living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all. It's life's illusions that I recall.
thank you all for gathering here to say goodbye to Martha, Marty, Mati, Mum, Mama, Oma, Momo, and as my dad would call her, Lifia. Mother of 3, grandmother of 8, great-grandmother of 7. We are also joined by family and friends virtually, some from afar. I'm sorry, I know it's late for you over in Europe. As well, thank you to those family members who've traveled far to be here today. I'm really thankful that the weather looks like it's going to be cooperating for a few minutes at least. If my mom would have any input on what I would say here today, she would say, Irena, please no big whoop-de-doo. That was kind of her way of saying, just keep it short and keep it simple. So Mom, I will do my best. I would like to start by reading a poem. It's written by Sarah Rian, and it's called Find Me There. Find me there, where sunsets glow, but it never gets dark, where pain doesn't exist, and comfort is always felt, where everything you have ever loved finds its way back to you in the end. The place you went to when your heart fell asleep. My time will come to see you again, and you can find me there. My mom's very talented granddaughter, Margot, who was unable to travel here from the Netherlands, recorded one of my mom's favorite songs, and I've heard it before. It is called Time in a Bottle.
I could save time in a bottle. The first thing that I'd like to do, save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If it could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure will come true. The box will be empty, will come true. The box will be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you wanna do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know that you're the one I wanna go through time with. First thing that I like to do is save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you wanna do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know that you're the one I wanna go through time with.
My mom was born on October 8, 1933 in Haarlem, the Netherlands. She was the youngest of 4 children, and her closest sibling was 12 years her senior. Growing up, she often felt like an only child. From age 6 to 11, she experienced the horrors and tragedy of World War II and witnessed the Nazis taking her brother from their home, never to be seen again. She carried this trauma with her for the rest of her life. My mother never spoke about the war, and growing up, we learned it was a forbidden subject in our household to discuss or ask any questions about. Perhaps having repressed the trauma she had experienced was the reason it was often hard for her to talk about her own feelings, or to be vulnerable, or to be able to fully support the emotional needs of others when they were in distress. I'm sure she was not alone in this. For some, there are chapters of our life story that we wish were never written. And some build walls around ourselves and wear masks to hide behind. Within the safety of these walls, my mum found the strength and the stamina needed to navigate her life as a loving wife and mother. She was a classy lady, always dressed in style, matching shoes, shawls, and purses, nails painted, and hair done, jewelry to match the outfit. I never did see her in a pair of jeans. I think she owned one pair once just to go do some gardening, but I remember she changed before she had to run to the grocery store afterwards. She never owned sweatpants, and I wonder, although she never said anything, what she was really thinking when I always would come to visit her in a pair of yoga pants. She kept a meticulous home and ran an organized household. She was an incredible seamstress. And when money was tight, when we were younger, she would make a lot of our clothes herself. I remember wearing a dress that everybody oohed and awed over that was made of our neighbors' old curtains. She meticulously sewed the tiniest of fashionable outfits for our Barbies, and she would be happy to know that her great-granddaughter was playing with those just this very morning. She was never a baker, but she was an excellent cook. And she really was ahead of her time when it came to balanced nutrition and portion control. When we lived in Belgium, known for its excellent fries, as some of you may know, I remember my neighbor telling my mom that every time she made fries, she just could never make enough because the kids would just want more and more and more. To which my mom replied, "Not a problem in our family. My children get 12 each." Homemade, of course, with homemade mayonnaise and of course a vegetable and a protein on the side. And instead of puddings and cakes for dessert, we were offered some yogurt and some fruit. I always looked forward to coming home after school. Throughout our childhood, she made a point to give us her undivided attention as we came home, having a tea and a treat ready, and to listen to us about our day. In 1978, my dad was presented with a work opportunity, and they temporarily moved to Calgary. When we landed here in Calgary, it was minus 32 degrees. Thank goodness we were all here for just a short little while. They soon became fluent in English and established in a network of friends. They developed an active social life and were known for being incredible hosts. My mom could set a table like it came right out of a home and garden magazine. Home-sewn napkins matched the homemade flower arrangement, and the color of flowers matched the candles. Everything from appetizers to dessert would be prepared in advance of their guests arriving, so they could so graciously host and focus completely on their guest without having to run back and forth to the kitchen. My mom was an avid bridge player and enjoyed reading, playing golf, tennis, and gardening. She had an incredible patience to hand-stitch beautiful homemade quilts, over 50 in fact. She created many cross-stitched pieces of art and could spend hours pondering over a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. Not so patient to waiting in doctors' waiting rooms, in stores, or waiting for service in a restaurant. He brought her breakfast in bed, including fresh squeezed orange juice, every single morning for their 63 years of marriage. I can attest this to be true. Her happiness was always my dad's top priority. After my dad's passing, not allowing herself to feel her feelings of loss and grief, along with her advancing dementia, my mom struggled to cope and find meaning in day-to-day life. She eventually moved to supported living in Evergreen And even though she received the care and the support, all she ever wanted to do is to go home. Everything has been taken from me, she would say. My husband, my car, even my bike. She still wanted to host in any way she could, and she would regularly invite other residents and offer them a glass of wine, not realizing it was only 9:30 in the morning. As her dementia progressed, she lost the ability to read, watch TV, and it became increasingly difficult to communicate with others as she reverted back to speaking Dutch only. Outings to the stores or going out for a drive or out for lunch would only give her temporary distraction. Ik wil naar huis, she would say. I just want to go home. I just want to go home. Unable to comprehend her situation, I think home meant a yearning to go back to a sense of purpose, familiarity, back to the way things used to be. There started to be moments where her walls came down a bit, where she let go some tears, where she even mentioned the war and the brother she had lost. She wanted to hug others and be hugged more than ever. After a fall and hip surgery this past February, she never regained physical mobility. After 2 months in the hospital, she was transferred to long-term care in Silverado. It was no longer about dinners out, shopping for clothes, or promise of childhood. Warm socks, some lip chap, and hugs that you could just hang on to for a little while longer. On behalf of the family, we'd like to express our appreciation to the friends and caregivers who supported my mom in her journey with her dementia. Immense gratitude to the staff at Silverado, to Tiffany, who cared for her in the final weeks. For any of us, it is easy to see the loveliness in people when they're being lovely. It is easy to see the strength in people when they're holding it together. It is easy to see the light in people when they are shining. But what we all need most in this world is people. You are still lovely, you are still strong, and you still shine. But right now, you are hurting and you are scared. So in this moment, I will share my calm and I will share my light. And I will remind you that above all, you are loved. Mom, you fought so hard and you were so brave. I wouldn't be surprised if Dad is waiting for you with some freshly squeezed orange juice. Mom, you are finally home.
I leave all the windows open, let the light come through. Sunshine, warm and golden morning, making all things new. Home, where my heart is. Home, where my love lives. Home, my beginning and end. Look at all the colors, wild, wonderful and true. Your breath light as a feather, like little whispers in the room. Home, where my heart is. Home, where my love lives. Home, my beginning and end.
like never before.
We'll just walk back or drive back if you need the car to gather in the reception hall and to celebrate, to do some celebration, really. Thank you.
And folks, you can just go right through the patio.
Red roses too, I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself,
Come back, get out.
what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how they do. They're really saying I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They learn much more than I ever knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Ooh, yeah.
And that bucket's just garbage.
Okay, if I unclip these mics?
In fact, I'll
I was gonna say I don't wanna ruin your equipment. Thank you.
What they're held out for us.
I know, it's super tiny.
Where's Oregon?
Thank you.
You're welcome.